Shall we start now, sir?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone present here virtually. I am Samiksha here and I am welcome you all for today's session, which is titled as Essential Key Skill for Business Analytics. And presenting this session, we have with us our today's expert, Professor Gopal Jahagirdar, sir. Professor Gopal Jahagirdar, sir, presently working as professor at MIBM Pune, having more than 36 years of teaching experience, 2 year corporate expertise, mainly in content development, corporate technical expert in being PhD guide for Management Institute looking for PhD. Without wasting much time, sir, you may start now.
Okay, now today's trend, okay, as the word, okay, people talks about data analytics. So what is this data analytics and what are the skills that we expect from the candidates or the person who is doing this data analytics? Okay, so when we are doing, this kind of curriculum, what we need to do is we need to expect few of the things. Okay, so basically, okay, we need to concentrate on, see, what we are talking is we are talking about the data analytics. So analytics about the data means that the data that is available to you. Okay, so in this particular case, the data is you are taking it from the different sources. And when you are taking it from the different sources, it is expected that you people are bothered about, or you people are knowing about the sources of the data, from where the data is being there. Okay, so it may be in the different forms. Sometimes it is going to be a report, sometimes it is going to be some kind of analytical processes, some kind of activities that may be happening. Okay, and so this kind of data you are getting we are from the different sources, and how to store this information as per your requirement is what is expected. Hello. So when we are talking about the data analytics, okay, so we are mainly interested in understanding what is the data, what are the different sources from where the data is being extracted or data is being taken. And when when you are applying this, okay, for some calculations or for doing things like for statistical analysis part, so we expect, okay, what we expect is we wanted to produce some kind of averages, some kind of means, some kind of activities that is happening in and around that particular data. Okay, so chances are there that you may be doing your research work or you may be doing your work, okay, maybe a quantitative method or maybe for computer-based models or different kind of things. So what is important is when we are talking about this, we expect the data to be there in the specific fashion. Okay, so when we are talking about this as a data into a specific fashion, we expect you to understand the methodology, the kind of activities that is there as a part of your business. Okay, so when we do this, we expect, okay, now when we talk about the business analytics, what is the skill? What are going to be the activities? You require some kind of technical skills. Okay, so technical skills. Then technologies also you need to be aware of. Okay, so technologies that we are working with. Then the different practices. Okay, how the data is being taken in some form and how that data is being justified using some different meaningful form. So that is what is expected, and that is what is the new insight. Okay, so that is what we call it as an insight. Okay, so new insight and understanding of business performances based on the data and the statistical methods. So here all the time we are talking about the data and the data analytics. Okay, so what is important is whenever we talk about this, we expect you to understand the statistical analysis process. Okay, so we expect what? Statistical analysis process. So what is the statistical analysis? It is nothing but all the kind of thing like mean, median, mode. Okay, so and a different kind of analysis that is been there as a part of the business. Okay, and that we are trying to apply it to the business. Okay, and so that the data is driven. Okay, and using that the user can make certain decisions, and this is what is important. Then when we were talking about the statistical analysis of the data, okay, as a mean required in order to compute, okay, in order to compute based on the evidence, okay, based on the evidence rather than guesses. Okay, so what is important is instead of saying that this particular activity is domain oriented, is like specific subject oriented. So what we expect is evidence. Okay, different evidences will be there. Okay, so what are going to be the activities? Those activities need to be streamlined, need to be worked on in a particular way. Okay, so a combination of data analytics and a business intelligence. Okay, so here now till now we were talking about the data analytics. Now here comes the business intelligence as a part. So from the data, once you start analyzing your data, what we are going to get is we are going to get the different analytical part. And this analytical part is going to help the user, the specific part, okay, and all the people, okay, so who are mainly interested in your business. Okay, all the stakeholders, we can say stakeholders. So they are interested in understanding your business as well as your the way of programming. So they are mainly interested in. And for that, what is important is we are working with this kind of thing. Okay, so when we are doing it in this particular part, we need to decide certain strategies also. And these strategies are like, as it is very important for business to grow. Okay, and that's why we are calling it as a business analytics. Okay, and these are going to be the very domain area and very specific area. Okay, so that now when we talk about now initially when, okay, now how come this business analytics has come up? The business analytics has come up, okay, for a longer period. See, earlier, okay, so when like in India we started with having a Lotus 1 2 3 as the one part. Okay, so when IBM becomes possible, okay, so that point of time, okay, so we were having only the Lotus 1 2 3 as a tool. Then later on, okay, as the thing moves, okay, as the thing progresses, then Windows 97 comes, then Word comes, then the Excel, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all those things has come up. That then we call it as a MS Office. So MS Office, okay, is going to be important, and to some extent, what is important is along with this, there is some kind of another activities also that is been coming up. Okay, so along with this, some other kind of the what is it called as a different processes has come up. So when you start working with these parameters, these kind of things, it is expected that you are aware of the operational processes, what to do, how to do. So all these things, if you are aware of, then and then only you can become a business analyst. Otherwise not. Okay, so that. So when we are talking about the period, okay, so period over the period of time, okay, so this technique has started and been used repetitively, okay, for the business purpose. Okay, so what kind of thing is expected is, as the people realize the importance of data and the business, if okay, this data and the business, so both the things can be used for their purpose, and that's why the data is important, and so is the decision making process. So decision making process, okay, when we are talking about, it is based on some kind of data that is being provided. Okay, so okay, and economics stated developing companies to become more competitive. Okay, so in business, what is important is you need to be competitive. Okay, so you need to be competitive. Okay, and you need to evolve, you need to work with the kind of strategies, with the kind of activities that has been you are focusing on. So for that you require some kind of business intelligence, you require some kind of business decision support. Okay, so business decision support. Okay, and what is required is more of a like a personal computer. Okay, so PC softwares. Okay, so that. Okay, so that these kind of things we are working on for the purpose. And okay, now for whom it is being used. Okay, so significance of the data analytics is being used. Okay, so okay, now to whom it is being used? To make data driven decisions. Data driven decisions. Okay, so up till now you were having generating reports, and that reports, when it is submitted to your boss, or when it is submitted to the higher authorities, those people are going to take certain decisions, and you are not aware that whether it will go in positive form or a negative form. But in this particular way, so here what we expect is your data will be driven, and that driven data you can work with the analytics kind of thing. That means you can you can decide, okay, how it is being converted, what is going to be the data, and how it is being used. Okay, and especially, okay, now this proves what? This eliminate guesswork. Okay, okay. Now instead of saying that you can prove that yes, because of this decision, okay, this decision is taken based on certain law, and that decision is, we can say that it is going to be the perfect decisions. And based, that's why people tries to prefer this, okay, this particular data analytics as a tool. Okay, so get the customers, okay, and you try to understand the customer's behavior. So every time the customers are changing, the behavior of the customer is also moving, changing. Okay, so how you can make out is being decided by this business analytics. Okay, so that, so business metrics reports when there wherever we require it. Okay, so that, so okay, now what is going to be the impact, okay, of the organization in, okay, so improving profitability of the business. So when you say business, okay, so we are having a two kinds of businesses. One is profit making and non-profit making. But if you look at the earlier side, okay, so profit making business, so here what is important is you are doing this activity for generating or for making different types of profit. Okay, so that, so okay, now here increasing market share. Okay, now thereby what is going to happen? The market share prices also will rise. Then revenue also will grow, okay, and provide better return to the shareholders. So here what is important is, okay, all the stakeholders, okay, so they will get, okay, and you are in a position to have a justification for that, that yes, they will be getting one or the other kind of revenue, maybe in the form of a dividend, maybe in the form of shares, maybe in the different forms. So to reduce overall, okay, and another thing is to reduce overall cost. Okay, so this we can do, okay, by having a templates, or we can have this by having some kind of scenario wherein the cost can be reduced and you can sustain in the business competition. So sustaining word is very important. Okay, so sustain in the business competition for a longer period of time. Okay, so that is what is very important. So when you say monitor, okay, and Anish, another thing is you can monitor the key process areas, indicators, key process areas, or KPA, we call it as a KPI also sometimes. So reacts to the change of the trends in the business. Okay, so that. So when we talk about the business analytics, okay, so we are expecting some challenges. Okay, so when there is a, okay, nothing comes free, nothing is been there as a part of activity. So when we are talking about this, we expect some changes, some challenges to happen. So business analytics depends on sufficient volume of high quality. So here we need to dig into the data to the fullest extent. Then difficulty is ensuring the data quality. Okay, if the data is there, but some of the data is lacking, some data is not available. So do you think that you can make a decision? So it is not possible. So what is important is you require a data to be available, and data warehousing require a lot of storage space than it did, okay, in the speed. So here you require a speed also, and you require a high volume of data also. Okay. So then business analytics is becoming a tool that can influence the outcome of the business interaction, okay, or customer interaction. Then when we talk about the business analytics, okay, so we are expecting, okay, so business intelligence, PC software, I think this particular thing is repeated. Okay, okay, now what are going to be the benefits of a data analytics? Okay, so the benefits that one can expect, okay, or one can get, okay, is the aggregation analysis. So data collection, organization preparing reports in different forms, and this data can be clubbed together to generate different types of reports. Okay, so in discovering the potential and untapped market, okay, so this is very important. That means, okay, you can see some kind of activity, but that activity is depending on the activities that is moving. Okay, and that's why, okay, this particular thing is been there. So efficient allocation of resources. Okay, so efficient allocation of resources. So this is very essential. Okay, so if you are working on the data, okay, and if some data has been lost, or if some data, like if one or because of one or the other part, okay, so some data is corrupted, then are we going to use that data? No, we are not using, because somehow the data is not proper. Okay, so that is what is very important. And increased efficiency, okay, increase in efficiency is very important. So all these things leads to what? This leads to the increasing the efficiency. Okay, and when we are working with this kind of thing, we expect, okay, the sectors. Okay, so that is what is very important. So we expect the domain knowledge, and we expect domain is what? We are having a banking business, we are having the insurance business, we are having the IT business. Okay, so all these kind of domain things, we expect them to have some or the other kind of knowledge, and this knowledge can be shared and can be used for the purpose of this, and for that you require Okay, you require data analytics as a part. Okay, so when we are working, we expect, okay, banking and financial structure, which we call it as the BFSI sector. Of course, we know the IT sector also. Okay, IT sector, this almost 43% of the market, okay, is been mentioned in this 2021, is being captured by this uh, part. Okay, so that, and all the companies, all big companies like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, okay, Cognizant, all these people are working with the help of this. Okay, and based on that, we are doing. Then we are on the other side, we are talking about the BFSI market. Okay, so BFSI market is again growth. Okay, with the help of this data analytics, where 13.9% is growth. Okay, that we have expected in this particular sector. Okay, and that's why today you are becoming more aware about the fintech part. Okay, and over a trade value of India's fintech space. Okay, so this is now grown to $140 billion. Okay, so that is what is expected, US dollar. So what is expected is, like today we are having a different kind of thing like Paytm, then MobiWik, okay, the policy bazaars and all these kind of things. So those things becomes possible. You can make the payment, you can do the activities, okay, by your, like when you are moving or when you are going into the particular thing. So you can do the activities by working in a particular manner, by going to a particular place. Okay, and for that no need to carry a wallet. Wallet is nowadays just material that we can say, but most of the
Yes,
time
person Nitin Deshmane. Just I have purchased one 472 rupees one job posting over there. Okay, but when I go to the job responses and I said post private job or something like that. So where should I select the button to post a job? It's a managed job or which kind of place I should select?
yeah, I'll be answering your question in the latter stage. Okay, so when the question
Okay,
is asked,
post classified.
yeah,
But it's a buy now. If I go for post classified, it's a buy now.
no, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I will answer your questions later on.
Career.mibm. MIBM. 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 At the rate mgi.ac.in. .ac.in.
So when we talk
Yeah.
about the retail and e-commerce, okay, so the retail e-commerce, nowadays you go to the malls, different kinds of malls are available. Okay, in almost all the cities, malls are available, and when you are going to them, okay, so you are capturing the data. You are, okay, so for that, okay,
Just a minute, hold on. Just
so you require what?
CAREER career
Hello,
dot
sir.
MIBM. Mulshi
Hello,
stop this
sir.
MIBM at the rate MGI dot AC dot in.
Hello, sir.
M
Hello.
M M M for market. MGI. Mulshi.
Hello. So when we are talking about the significance of the data usage in analytics, so we are talking about how the data is being driven. Data has been captured, converting this data into the valuable information. So data and information, these are going to be the two areas, two activities that we are talking about. Then eliminating, okay, so again, this particular thing is repeated. So then Okay, now when we talk about the scope of business analytics, okay, so scope of business analytics is what? Are we doing the business by taking only the data, only the activities that is been there? So here we are bifurcating this into the different types of activities. Okay, so maybe for the descriptive analysis. Okay, so for descriptive analysis, now what is this descriptive analysis? You are having lots and lots of data, and when you are processing those data, we expect you to work with a particular kind of activity. Okay, so that data, how it is been working, okay, so that is what is called as a data descriptive analysis. Then we are having the predictive analysis. So predictive means pre-decided activity. That means, okay, so predictive means somebody is prescribing you and you are doing that activity, and that is how you are getting that thing work. Okay, so that. Then we are having a prescriptive activity. Okay, so when do you think that you have come across this word prescription? Usually in case of when you go to the doctor, he is prescribing some medicines. Okay, so he is prescribing some medicines, okay, thinking of your kind of scenario, your kind of situation. And when you buy those things, so we expect you to have some kind of data that is available. And by consuming that, okay, your health will become possibly cured. The same is the case with this part also. So when you are talking about the descriptive analysis, we expect you to have working in this particular category. So descriptive analysis, okay. So again, there is a detail mentioned over here. So business analytics analyzes the data, what happens, okay, what happened in the past. That means we are doing the post-morteming of the activities. Okay, so that, and when you are working with that, okay, so what is important is you are working with the descriptive analytics. Okay, so that, and the next is going to be the predictive analytics. So predictive analytics is what is going to happen in the future. Okay, so what is going to happen in the future? So this is, okay, very important as far as the data is concerned. Now, if we take certain action, okay, so what is going to be the outcome? So the outcome is decided well beforehand. Okay, so that. So when we are talking about predictive analysis, okay, helps in predicting the future course of events. Okay, so future course of events. Which are the events? How it is going to be performed? Okay, what are going to be the consequences? So all these details you will get to know from a particular way, in a particular fashion. So predictive analysis is employed. So when you are applying a predictive analysis, we require certain tools. Okay, so, or we are making use of a machine learning. Okay, so we are having different tools, machine learning algorithms and all we are applying. Then when we are talking about the prescriptive analytics, okay, so prescriptive, okay, so as I mentioned to you, so we are expecting the prescription, and this prescription when applied, it becomes a prescriptive analytics. So algorithms to find out, okay, how this particular activity is to be made. And further, descriptive analytics is used to advise, okay, on possible outcomes. Okay, so with this, what is going to be the activity? With this, you are expecting some kind of output. Okay, and that is very important. Okay, so whom this particular business analytics is useful? Maybe to the students, those who are pursuing their career. Okay, for them, business analytics is very important. Businessman. Okay, so if you are not having, if you are not in that particular thing, okay, if you are on the other side of the thing, like if you are become the manager or you become the CEOs of some organization and you wanted to know, okay, I want my business to grow in a particular way. So for them also this is useful. And at the same time, accountants and auditors, okay, so all those people who are doing every day, okay, analyzing their work in some way, some fashion, okay, so that is what is for them, this is important. And organization, companies, okay, group of industries, whether it is a small or a big, so for all of them this is useful. Okay, now how this particular activity is performed? This particular activity is processed, okay, by, you can make use of a different tools. Like as I mentioned, Excel is one of the tool. Okay, so it comes with the Microsoft Office as a tool. Then we are having something called SPSS, statistical process for, okay, so SPSS. Then we are having R as a tool. Okay, so R as a tool. Then we are having SAS. Okay, then we are having E-views. Okay, so these are going to be the tools that we are applying. Okay, and we will come to know with the same kind of thing, the data analytics is possible. So here the details are there. So SPSS stand for statistical software. Okay, software package for statistical analysis. It is the product of IBM. Okay, and IBM products. Then MS Excel, Microsoft product. Okay, and by using these tools, okay, like for example, you can do lots and lots of calculations, you can have graphical tools, you can have pivotal tables. Okay, then Microsoft programming languages, then Visual Basic, you can connect to that. Okay, so all these things you can be used for doing your with the Excel part, and the data can be captured. See here's business analytics tools, like Excel, calculations, graphic tools, pivotal tables. Okay, then Microsoft programming languages like VB and all these things are possible. Okay, now when we talk about business analytics, okay, so we need to understand, okay, we need to understand the processes in the business analytics. So first of all, okay, so when we start with the top, you need to have something called business needs. Okay, so for that, what we require is we need to collect the details, collect the data. This data can be combined, can be analyzed. Okay, that, okay, now on that basis, you can predict something, and that prediction, okay, may come up with some kind of results, may come up with some kind of results. Okay, when that is been taken for making a decision, and that decision, okay, whether it is a successful or not, okay, so that will come, you will come to know only and only when you apply it, and when, okay, and that is how the business grows. Okay, so that, so you are coming across few of the concept. Okay, and there are 6 major categories. Okay, so one is considered as a data mining. Okay, one is considered as a data mining. Okay, that means all the details, data is used, the data can be clubbed together to become a data warehouse, and from that data warehouse you are detailing into the details of each and every data. So that is what is called as a data mining. Okay, as you go into the deeper and deeper, so you will get to know that's what called as a data mining. Then you are having text mining, and then text mining, then forecasting, then predictive analytics, then optimization, then the visualization. So these are going to be the 6 different ways of deciding okay, how to work and whether the success of the business or data analytics is there or not based on that. So again, the descriptive analysis, this part is there. Okay, so I mentioned that in a short while. Okay, so optimization and data visualizations and all these things are there. So this is what we expect in this particular kind of thing. Okay, and just a little word to say thank you very much for research forum also, and for the research groups also. Okay, so I, Dr. Gopal Jagirdar, thank you for sharing me your screen. Okay, so any questions I would like to answer. Any questions? Hello.
So much. Hello. Thank you so much for this very nice session. If anyone has any question, you can ask.
Hello.
I think no one have any questions, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing me this.
Thank you so much, all the participants, for your active participant. Let me inform to all that this complete session will be available on our Business Rozgar YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it again or want to share it to somebody, please do visit the Business Rozgar YouTube channel. Thanks. Thanks, and last but not the least, thank you. Thank you, Gopal Jahagirdar sir, for taking about time for session. With your permission, I would like to end today's session here. Thank you.
Thank you.